Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting for June 11th, 2019 City Council hereby to order. The time is 7:30. Would you all please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Busy agenda ahead of us. Would you please call the roll, Ms. Gallagher?
Cannon.
Here.
Budmats.
Present.
O'Brien.
Here.
Bessetti.
Here.
Diastis.
Present.
Sonoyka.
Here.
That leaves us with 6 present and nobody absent. There is a quorum, and therefore members of the audience are reminded that these proceedings are being videotaped for current and future broadcasts over the city's cable television channel. First order of business is to approve the City Council meeting minutes for both the May 21st, 2019 Committee of the Whole meeting as well as the May 28th, 2019 City Council meeting. Is there a motion to approve these minutes?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Sonoyka. Thank you for seconding, Alderman O'Brien. Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions to these meeting minutes?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. On page 2 of the May 28th, 2019 City Council meeting, in the ward report, there's a line where I said, I also explained that the natural gas tax is considered a more equitable tax on the whole. The current meeting minutes have applicable. So I'd like to make a motion to change that.
Can I have a second for that? Do I need a second? Then if that's a correction that needs to be made, then we'll make a note and have that corrected.
Thank you.
Any other corrections, deletions, or additions? Seeing none, then we will make the corrections as noted by Alderman Sonoyka. And with that in account, all those in favor say aye.
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 Nays opposed. The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Moving on to the mayor's report, I just wanted to make a quick mention that former Mayor Prana is dealing with some health issues last week, and I just want him to know that our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family, and that we wish him a full and quick recovery. More joyous note was the ribbon cutting for the Amish farmers' food, the produce that they have there. Last weekend prior to this, they had a grand opening, and there was plenty of great samples and goodies and giveaways. My kids came home with some bath bombs and other crafts. It was great. They enjoyed it. We've been back ever since. I recommend anybody who hasn't been there, check it out and at least pay them a visit. Also, last week on Friday, following Thursday's ribbon cutting, was the Rolling Meadows Block Party on Central Road. And that, from everybody whom I spoke with, they appreciated the change in venue and had nothing but good things to say about the activities, the music, the car show, etc. So that was great, and I think it would be welcomed in that location again. And kudos to everybody who took part in making that become a reality. So thank you. I'd also like to welcome a new member to our business community. They are called Autobahn AI. They are the only company in the world that retrofits semi-trucks to drive with autonomous autopilot, and they are here in Rolling Meadows. They just signed a 3-year lease, so thanks for welcoming us toward the future. It's also the second full week for summer, officially for children. So with that, just be more mindful and vigilant of kids playing in the streets and in the roads when they cross them to go hang out with their friends. We have, oh boy, a busy weekend ahead of us. Fridays rock. We have Rep's first birthday bash coming up, and then for all the fathers, a happy Father's Day. Are there any other ward reports?
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah.
just a couple from Ward 3. It sounds like a couple other aldermen also received calls regarding a question around if there's an ordinance about number of vehicles on property. Working with Mr. Horn, everything came back. They did look at it. It appears there's 3 questions or 3 criteria for that. It's that vehicles must be currently registered, appear in working order just to the visual eye for inspection, and on an approved parking surface. And so the couple inquiries that I've received, the inspector went out and checked out. They meet those 3 criteria, but Rob was going to follow up with part of the legal staff, the city attorney, or a co-worker of Jim's regarding potentially down the road. It sounds like there might be some discussion that could be addressed in the comprehensive plan, but since I know a couple of us got those questions, as long as it meets those 3 criteria, it is okay from a city perspective. And I did have one inquiry too about Chipper Week, if that was going to come back with the new council. So I did have an inquiry on that.
Thank you for sharing. Any other ward reports? Seeing none, the next step would be to open the floor for the public, but there are no signatures on the sign-in sheet, so we'll move on to our pending ordinances. The first one being an ordinance to amend Chapter 102, Taxation, the hotel tax. Is there a motion to adopt this ordinance?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Cannon. Is there a second? Thank you, Alderman Budmats. Is there any discussion on this? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Sonoyka.
Yes.
Cannon.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and none opposed, this ordinance is approved. Next on the docket is resolution number 19-R-65, appoint a city representative to Northwest Municipal Conference. This was again pulled by me back on May 14th City Council meeting. Is there a motion to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Sonoyka. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. Before we get into discussion, again, I pulled a series of appointments just to go through and do my due diligence and see if there were any opportunities that we could replace the individuals that were being called out for the appointed designation, in case there were maybe individuals that were more enthusiastic or more engaged in a specific opportunity where applicable. In certain cases, I did find that the bylaws of those organizations did not allow for that, and in such, these are what we find here. Is there any further discussion beyond that? Alderman Cannon.
A quick question, Mr. Mayor. This is not a complaint or being negative, but I was wondering, I see that our second in command would be Rob Horn, which I'm fine with. But in the past, Barry Crumstock has always had that position because he's quite versed in the SWANC stuff. Is there just because he's too busy, or?
This is the Northwest Municipal Conference, and the second alternate,
I thought we were on SWANC right now.
I have Resolution B is appoint city representative to Northwest Municipal
Oh, I'm sorry.
Conference.
I apologize. I was on the wrong one.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. We'll get into that, though. I will help you answer that question.
I apologize.
No worries. Any other discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Bessesi.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Sonoyka.
Yes.
Cannon.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and none opposed, this resolution is approved. Moving on to C, resolution number 19-R-66, appointed director and alternate director or directors as city representatives to the Solid Waste Agency of Northern Cook County, also known as Swansea, again pulled by me on May 14th. Is there a motion to adopt this ordinance?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Sonoyka. Is there a second? Thank you, Alderman Bessesi. Again, prior to discussion, the reason that I had pulled this originally was to find if other individuals were more versed in this area, and also because at the time it was on there of May 14th, it would have listed director vote, and at this time, we now have our new director. Congratulations, Mr. Horn. You are the second alternate for this. Is there any other discussion beyond that? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Diastis.
Yes.
Sonoyka.
Yes.
Cannon.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
With all in favor and unopposed, this resolution is approved. Moving on to the consent ordinances on the agenda. This consent ordinance in for the first reading consists of one item. Is there a motion to consider this ordinance for the first reading? Anybody?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Sonoyka. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. The ordinance 19-00 at this point is to appoint Mayor Joe Gallo to the Joint Action Water Agency, also known as JAWA, again pulled for similar reasons. The question is, shall this ordinance be moved forward for a second reading? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Sonoyka.
Yes.
Cannon.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
With all in favor and unopposed, this does move forward. Bringing us to new business, a motion to approve payment of bills on warrant for June 11th, 2019. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Cannon. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Sonoyka. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Cannon.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Sonoyka.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and unopposed, this too is approved. This brings the council down to other business and reports. At this point, I would like to just make mention that I've had a series of conversations with Alderman Bessesi, and he will be the council's liaison to the library. And I applaud you and appreciate that what you do for the community, literacy, and the library. Thank you. There are no mayor's proclamations at this point. There's no city's clerk, as the city clerk is also out. That brings us to staff reports. And the staff reports are going to be conducted by Ms. Gallagher.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Topics to mention tonight for June 11th. Thank you to all those residents and friends of Rolling Meadows who participated in Friday, June 7th's 5th annual Block Party. It was a success. Hope to see you next year. Thank you to everyone who participated in the Dine and Donate fundraiser event on Wednesday, June 5th at Stadium Sports Club and Pizza, located at 4015 Algonquin Road, to support the Community Events Foundation. If you missed the Saturday, May 25th bike ride, sponsored by the Environmental Committee, the next one is scheduled for June 22nd, which is Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. at Community Church, 2720 Kirchhoff Road. If you missed the Saturday, May 25th Farmers and Food Trucks event, the next one is scheduled for Saturday, June 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Community Church, 2720 Kirchhoff Road. Meadows Cruise Nights are back thanks to Meadows Christian Fellowship, located at 2401 Kirchhoff Road. The cruisers will be around from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Fridays all the way through September 6th. Please join the free family fun at 2401 Kirchhoff Road. If you want additional information, please visit www.meadowscruisenights.com. Friday, June 14th is the first scheduled Friday Rock coming up in Rolling Meadows. This event takes place from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Kimball Hill Park. Music will be provided by the musical group Spoken For. And June 17th is a flag retirement ceremony conducted by Scout Troop 168, and it will commence at 7 p.m. at the Kimball Hill Park Fire Bowl Pit. Anyone can bring flags to be retired or drop them off at City Hall, and we will make sure that they are brought over for the event. Friendly reminder that the city's July 4th parade is scheduled for Thursday, July 4th, starting at 11:30 a.m. For information or to sign up, please visit the city's webpage. It's on the front page. If you have a crime tip or information that may help the Rolling Meadows Police Department, please contact Rolling Meadows Crime Stoppers at 1-847-590-7867 or 1-847-590-STOP. The June E! News and Views can be found at the city's website. Please visit www.cityrm.org and click on the News and Views tab. And those are the topics to mention tonight.
Thank you. That will bring us to the July 4th parade marshals and after parade events. Ms. Cizak.
Thank you, Mayor. This year's 4th of July parade will be remembered for generations. The City of Rolling Meadows has been chosen to host the official Budweiser Clydesdales as part of our parade this year. Thanks to the passion and determination of Kathleen Bacos, a Community Events Foundation volunteer, we are thrilled to have these amazing horses for our celebration. The city will also showcase the winners of the Youth Parade Marshal Contest, all of whom will be riding on a horse-drawn wagon, sporting their new T-shirts and passing out goodies to spectators. Patriotic businesses and residents will also join the festivities as they march along Central Road to Owl Drive to Kirchhoff Road, ending at Meadow Drive. The parade starts at 11:30 a.m. sharp from the Rolling Meadows High School parking lot. Want to join the fun? Round up fellow employees, neighbors, or family members and be a part of the historic July 4th parade in Rolling Meadows. The city will be hosting the first post-parade party with the help of Reps Place as the major sponsor. Held right after and at the end of the parade, join the city and Reps Place for a full day of live music by Full House and the Hillbilly Rockstars, with DJ Mix starting the show. Food, soda, and adult beverages will be served by Reps Place, and a variety of kid attractions will make this event a great time for the whole family. Held on Thursday, July 4th, right after the parade from 1 to 8 p.m. in front of Reps Place at 3200 Kirchhoff Road. Thank you to the generous co-sponsors of this event, Anytime Fitness, Daisy's Cafe, and Miller Lite. At dusk, the city's annual July 4th fireworks display will light up the sky for miles around. The show will be centrally located in the field behind the community center for optimum viewing at many nearby parks and locations. We hope to see you on July 4th for all of these star-studded events. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cezak. That brings us now to the June 18th, 2019 Committee of the Whole agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Week from tonight is the Committee of the Whole meeting, June 18th at 7:30 p.m. The items on the agenda there are 9 of them. The first one is the FY 2018 audit. The actuarial discussion on police and fire pensions is the second item. Third item is general fund distribution of some money, reserve money for pensions. Fourth item is budget parameters for 2020. Fifth item is elected officials training part 2. Sixth item is elections, three or more than primary discussion referendum, Alderman Diastis. The seventh item is open land, empty office building incentive, real estate transfer tax incentive. The eighth item is electronic participation by city council members, Alderman O'Brien. And the last item, number 9, is G1 hours of operation. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Wonderful, thank you. Well, with that, we can move on to matters not on the agenda. And I just want to say before going to that, Director Horn, a couple questions and concerns came up from residents to me at the block party regarding Kirchhoff Road and the repaving. And they were concerned about Kirchhoff and sections of it being repaired by the time the July 4th parade ensues. I couldn't speak to the phases or to which areas are going to be pleated when, but if you have any insight or something you can share at a later time, would be appreciative.
Sure, I can tell you right now that the goal is to have the road completely ready through level binder, which would be the layer just under the surface course. Most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference with the exception of a small lip along the curb line. That's the goal right now. And I'll update you as we get closer to the date. So.
Wonderful. Thank you. Are there other matters not on the agenda?
I have one.
Alderman Budmats.
In the Code of Ordinances, it calls that the agenda for the city council meeting, the city manager, and I realize he's not here tonight, will at the first regular city council meeting of each month present a draft agenda for the upcoming regular city council meeting, including the subsequent month's committee of the whole agenda meeting. So it would be really nice if we started to abide by this so that we knew what was going to be happening in advance, because it takes some planning to get ready for these, and the more information we have in advance, the better off we would be as a group. So I'm just making a point of it. If we could move towards this goal of following our ordinance, it would be great.
I agree with you. Point well taken, especially given the fact that this is a light meeting with light content. But going forward, there are meetings with heavier content, more controversial content. And if we could have more time to communicate with our wards and the residents in those wards, that would be good. So that will be noted. Thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Any other matters not on the agenda? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Soika. Thank you, Alderman Budmats. Everybody in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. This meeting is adjourned.